Hi guys, this is Ryan from The Game Room, here with a revamped Survival Hunter PvE guide. I wasn't really happy with the one that I put out earlier. I just kind of threw it together in a couple minutes. But this one, I really want to give you guys some good information. So let's get started. In this guide, I'm going to talk about stat weights, gymming, and rotations. All this information is valid as of patch 4.1. It may become invalid or even just completely obsolete in future patches. So starting off with the stat weights, wrong button. You want to, first off, you want to get at least 8% hit. You don't want to go too far over it. I'm probably a little bit too far right now. 8.26% is my hit rating right now. You want to be as close to 8% as you can without going under it. After that, there's a haste cap of 6%, which I'm not anywhere near. I'm at 3.94% right now. But even with my low amount of haste, I'm able to achieve the rotation that I'm going to talk about later on in the video. But after you have that haste cap, you want to reforge your haste into crit, because the priority listing of secondary stats after that is crit, then haste, then mastery. If you have the tier 11 set bonuses that make your Cobra Shot and Steady Shot cast faster, then you want to have your haste a little bit lower than it would be, and reforge some of that haste that you have into crit, because you don't want to shoot too fast, although that's not a bad thing, but it might mess up your rotation a little bit, unless you're used to it. If you're used to it, and you're fine that way, and you do good DPS, then good for you, you know. But yeah, that's just how I would like to do it. As far as gymming and enchanting goes, agility is going to be your #1 stat. All my stuff really isn't gymmed as well as it could be, but you pretty much want to have a 40 agility or higher if you have enchanting or gymming. Oh, what am I saying? Engineering. That's what it is. And you have those little cogwheel things that give you more. But basically, you want to just have 40 agility in every slot, unless the socket bonus is equal to or greater than that amount of agility. Like, say you have a piece of gear with 2 slots and a 20 agility socket bonus. You would want to put a 40 agility or higher gem in one of the sockets, and in the other one, you'd want to put a 20 agility, say 20 crit gem, assuming that it fits the slot. So that you'd have the 20 agility from the gem, 20 agility from the socket bonus, which equals 40, plus 20 additional crit, also from the gem. That's pretty much it for stats. As far as enchanting goes, you want to go for agility as much as you can. Even some of the older, like from Wrath, enchants that give agility over like some of the new ones that give crit or something could still be better than some of the other ones that you can get, just because agility has such a high priority. So getting into rotations, there's a couple of different rotations that you want to use. Assuming that you have Hunter's Mark, Serpent Sting, and Black Arrow on your target whenever it's off cooldown, you want to stick to a basic rotation of Explosive Shot and 3 Cobra Shots. Now this can change with haste effects like rapid fire or trinkets or whatnot. But basically, even with my crappy haste rating, you'll be able to achieve this rotation even without any haste effects on you. When lock and load procs, your rotation will change a little bit. A lot of people will want to spam Explosive Shot when lock and load procs, and that's not what you want to do, because Explosive Shot is a dot. You know, you want to get all those ticks off as much as you can. So when Explosive Shot, or when lock and load procs, there's a couple of situations where the rotation will change. If the target is above 80% because of the Careful Aim talent, you want to do lock and load with 1 explosive, 1 Cobra Shot, 1 explosive, 1 Cobra Shot, 1 explosive shot. Because if your target is above 80% with Careful Aim, Cobra Shot will do more damage than Arcane Shot. But if the target is below 80%, you want to do Explosive, Cobra, Arcane, Explosive, or Explosive, Cobra, Explosive, Arcane, Explosive. There you go. That's also if you have enough focus to do that. If you have like 75 or higher focus, you want to do that. But if you have any lower than that, you want to use the explosive cobra, explosive rotation. Whenever you get in kill shot range, things change a lot because you want to use kill shot. It's a DPS. It's a DPS increase, but when you use kill shot, you don't. That's taking the place of cobra shots that you could be using to regenerate your focus. So you want to take that in consideration when you are using kill shot, that your focus regen is going to drop a lot. So during kill shot range, you don't want to use any arcane shots at all. You want to stick to the first lock and load rotation of explosive cobra, explosive, so that you have the maximum focus regeneration because you have less because of kill shot. I'm going to put a little clip at the end of this video of the Lynx boss from the new Zul'Aman 5-man heroic dungeon. It was a good example for me because there's not really a whole lot of mechanics you got to work with, and I was able to show the rotation pretty well. So yeah, here's that. So here's the Lynx boss in the new Zul'Aman 5-man dungeon. You see, I'll start off with a misdirect to the tank, then a Hunter's Mark, which I send my pet in with that, a Serpent Sting, Black Arrow, and Explosive Shot. Then I stick to the get started on the rotation of Explosive, Cobra, Explosive. Then you can continue with that. See here, I'll have a lock and load proc, so I'm going to go Explosive, Cobra Shot, Explosive, Arcane Shot, Explosive Shot. During this fight, he has enrages that he can do that we can dispel with Trank Shot. So you want to make sure whenever he does that, that you have some focus so that you can shoot a Trank Shot in there and keep doing your basic rotation without pushing that back any. Also moving into the water totems here, I didn't use Aspect of the Fox any on this fight, so I just pretty much stuck to Hawk the whole time. And I didn't lose any DPS. You can see on my recount right there that I'm sitting right at the top. I don't know if you can full screen the video and you might be able to see the number. It's probably around 16K or something like that. But yeah, I see for a little bit. I kind of stick to the basic rotation. I think I forget that Black Arrow is off cooldown for a little bit, and I just don't apply it. So you don't want to do that. But as far as that goes, you want to stick to your basic rotation as best you can when you have to move. You don't have to move a whole bunch, but even still, you might have to move in the middle of your Cobra Shot, and it might interrupt that a little bit. So, yep. So right here, this totem lasts forever. I feel like I'm sitting here shooting this for forever. There's an enrage. I'm gonna try to dispel it and see, do I get it? Oh, it's still up. I didn't even dispel that. See, we all have faults. Whatever. See, this is the spirit phase. You want to stick to the boss. I'm sure this is pretty much a boss guide too. Whatever. I'll put that in the tags. Spirit phase. You want to stick just on the boss. You don't want to DPS the cat at all. That's pretty much it. Sticking right at the top DPS because hunters are the best. Guy run under me is a feral druid, and then under him is the tank. Then under him is the priest. I don't know if priest. I thought priest DPS was good right now, but he's right at the bottom. I don't know. I'm always interested in the DPS of other classes compared to my class and other specs of pure DPS classes and all that stuff. And see here, I use my Dark Flight to try to get in there so I can use my explosive, so I can use my lock and load proc as best I can. And there's the kill. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I'll see you guys next time.